anything else, I knew I needed a rat like you on my team. Little freaking stat nerd.
I did it. I don't take that, man. I bombed it.
Straight diarrhea too.
And he's just getting excited because he hasn't had the taste of the top of the leaderboard since he was fucking 2.
Well, I was gonna say, was I born to be an electrician? The Bills Mafia, baby! Buffalo 1!
Hello and welcome back to the 5 Back Podcast, episode 64, and a smaller cast this week. We only have, the 3 amigos on the pod this week.
The boys.
Ethan and Jacob. Boys, how are we?
Electric.
Just dandy.
You need to get in the comments and shit on Joel, because Joel decided to go for a 2-hour hot tub session instead of coming
With
to the
all
pod.
dudes.
With all
Who?
dudes. All dudes. Michael Dow, Melon, Aiden Mellenhorst, and I believe Shane Campbell. So actually call it Melon too, because instead of coming on a 2-hour hot tub sesh with the boys, which if that's what you're into, that's fine. But just come on the pod. That'd be nice. At least
commitment.
yeah. At least just work us into your schedule. We also maybe would have had the return of Young Foofs this week, but I think he has pneumonia, so rest easy. Rest easy.
God, I love that man. I can't wait to play him in hockey again.
Oh, I can't, because they're gonna destroy us.
Well, that team wasn't that good. It was the other team that was good, though.
Oh, we lost both.
We lost all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I know we lost the Foop, but was that Owen Bones' team?
No, Owen Bones.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, they're not that good then. So Owen Bones' team, that's
Joe,
yeah,
Brady.
that team was gross.
Well, after we ended last podcast, last week's podcast, I want to say 5 minutes after it, a huge trade went down in the NHL. And that caused a shitstorm around the league. If you don't know what we're talking about, is obviously the Cutter Gauthier for Jamie Drysdale trade. Now, fellas, originally, what were your thoughts on this trade before everything sort of came out in the media?
Philly fleeced them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get Drysdale
And a second. Not even like a low pick. It was a second. Jamie Drysdale's already NHL ready. Cutter Gauthier's not.
But he looks good. Like,
He looks
fifth
looks
overall
good,
pick.
but
It's
like,
not Jamie Drysdale.
Realistically, Jamie Drysdale, you already know he's NHL ready. He's played NHL games. You know he can do it. And Phillies need more defense right now than they do offense. Their defense is kind of shitty.
Yeah, I don't know how Philly is doing as well as they are, if I can pull that up, but they don't really have any offensive prospects other than Michkov, and
He's not playing right now.
and you don't know if he'll even come to the NHL. That's another risk you have to take with the
see.
Flair.
Cutter Gautier's leaving while in E.
Exactly. Let's see where Philly are in the league. Oh, so 11th in the league, tied on points with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then in their division they are 3rd, just 4 points off top with New York Rangers. And again, I say this all the time because at the start in the summer when we did those podcasts, I said that it was going to be the worst. Philly was going to be the worst team in the league, and they were going to have one of the worst seasons of all time. That is not
That's
true.
John Tortorella's team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Torts
Best of all time,
is-
baby.
I kind of Torts gets a lot of
Hate.
unwanted hate, unneeded hate. I would say unwarranted hate. I love Torts. I think he's awesome. Sometimes, like whenever he went to Fight Calgary's dressing room or something.
No, I remember against Vancouver.
Yeah,
that was,
he was with Vancouver.
that was when there was a line brawl.
Yeah.
At the very start of the
He
game.
put all the goons on. He started going up against like the stanchion in between the two
And yelling at the
benches.
other coach, and then went to the other room. That may be a little overboard.
Hey,
But
that
you
was
love
Van-
to see it.
that was
right?
Vancouver at the time.
Yeah, it was a
though,
great
like-
time.
That was
That
like
was just
prime
that not
Vancouver.
Alberta at the time. They just always
Well,
fought.
Vancouver's not.
Vancouver's in British Columbia. Wow.
Sorry, my bad. That's Edmonton. Yeah.
But Vancouver and Calgary
I
are
just
still rivals.
Vancouver and Calgary have always had a rivalry.
They're close enough.
I just forgot they were in Alberta.
They're close
That's my
enough.
bad. That's my bad.
I mean, the good thing we're not a
That's my bad.
geography.
That's my bad.
Geography podcast. We'll stay away from GeoGuessr, but yeah, that was prime. But the Battle of Alberta did have some good scraps, but that's more recently, like
Yeah, before it wasn't really anything.
because they both sucked.
Well, Edmonton never really sucked.
They had four first overall picks in like 5 years. They sucked.
If you look at their past, though, they were always a decent team.
Yeah, but like
in the 2000s.
since when we were born,
Yeah.
we came into this world up until like 5 years ago. They're both shit.
Up until the McJesus.
Yeah. But back to this Cutter Gauthier, Jamie Drysdale trade. What are you guys' thoughts of a player who hasn't even played in the NHL yet, who hasn't even really proven himself, say...
Well, I proved himself in double A.
Yeah, well, yeah, in, like, I guess college, but say, like, I don't want to play for you.
You want what?
Lots of players have done that.
Yeah,
The
but...
players don't what?
Because
Said they
he
don't wanna
said,
play for
I don't
that
want to play
team.
for you. You have to trade me.
I think it's ridiculous. I think if you're drafted there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to sign your. I think you should have to sign your 3-year entry level contract.
I want to know why
And
he
then
didn't
decide-
want to play there, though.
Probably Torrell. Torrell's not good with the young guys. He's good with the old guys. This team is good with the young guys. For some reason.
Maybe as he ages, but, like, we've seen that with... Obviously, the most famous one was Eric Lindros. That was before our time, but, like, Jimmy VC did it. Adam Fox, I believe, did it. And then now we see Cutter Gauthier.
I think it's ridiculous. I think if you're drafted there, you should have to play.
Yeah.
For at least the entry level contract, and then you can decide to move after that.
And like, yeah, I think it's way player power is always an issue. I think the fact that he has it so young doesn't really speak well for him. I think he kind of looks like a dick. But do you think?
That makes him look worse.
Yeah, but do you think there should be like a rule? The NHL should put in like a rule and say like if this happens,
Yeah.
the team he signs for has to give up like a first round pick or something like that.
No.
So
Because
the-
it's not their fault.
If anything, it should
One
happen. It should come down on the player. Like he gets a fine or something.
Yeah.
Or suspension.
Because it's not the team that he gets
Well,
traded.
the team is, it's not his choice. They'd rather
Yeah.
trade for someone who's going to play for the team and keep
So
them
like
and
if
just
you
say
let's say
AHL,
let's say a young player does this, doesn't want to play for the team he drafts for, says I'm not playing for you. Do you think he should get like whatever team signs him? The player has to be like suspended for a certain amount of games,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
suspension or a massive fine, or maybe like if he signs a contract with that team, like his contract can't be as high. Like maybe they max it up at like a 2 mil contract, even if he's worth 10 kind of thing.
Yeah.
because you don't want to see this. Like you don't want to see this become the norm. This is
No, you shouldn't have a choice of what team you play for,
that's
unless
what,
you're a superstar and you've been on a team.
like free agency. Free
Like,
agency.
David,
of course.
if he was to leave, he'd done his time at Edmonton. He gave them everything he could.
Yeah.
If he was to leave, it's okay because he's done his time.
Yeah.
He's earned.
You gotta earn.
Go play the
like-
fucking game.
Yeah, you have to earn your right to go.
Yeah,
play
you gotta
where
earn. You gotta earn your spot in this league. That's why it's the best in the world because it is so competitive. One thing I wanted to mention a couple podcasts ago, which we didn't get to, was we talked about the William Nylander contract. My question to you, Jacob, now that you're on here, is Sam Reinhart is obviously off to a flyer.
Oh wait, I don't. I like how good he's doing, but I hate it with a passion because now he's gonna be asking for 10, 11 mil. And
The Florida Panthers only 1 point behind Boston in the conference standings.
I think we have a game in hand too, maybe.
Or
Or they have a game in hand.
and Reinhardt 53 points on the year.
Yeah. Without him, we'd be. He has like almost 30 goals by
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. How much does he get?
I think he's gonna ask for Nylander money.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna ask for 11.5. Ultimately, I think we're gonna get him down to probably about 10.
10 mil?
I think 9.5. I think he will be in the range with Kachuk. Because Kachuk's a better player than Reinhardt.
Well, not this year.
Not
Kachuk
this.
Simmons.
Kachuk is picking it up though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
In the last few weeks, he's put up 20 points in like 8 games.
yeah, Reinhardt second in the league for goals with
Yeah,
30, just behind Austin Matthews.
Did you see them against who was it? Los Angeles. Did you see his goal against Los Angeles?
Reinhardt?
Yeah, he picked it up beside the net, walked out, and roofed it bar down over the goalie's
Yeah.
shoulder with 2 guys in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane the things that he's doing right now. He's just not missing. And I love it for a Florida fan because we are way better with him out of the lineup right now. Like,
Yeah.
Barkov's doing good.
How much cap space do you guys have?
That's the thing, though, is if we sign Reinhardt, we're going to have to get rid of probably either Bennett or someone like that.
To be fair,
And it's a huge loss to you guys. He's
That would be a
physical,
huge
fast.
loss. So I'm saying we need to keep our top 6. and top
53
14.
points in 41 games.
We need to
for
get rid
Sam
of Bob.
Reinhart.
If we want to really afford him, we need to get rid of Bob.
No one's taking him.
No, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Bob this year has been voted into All Star Game. He's gross.
913
I think
save percentage.
if there's any time to get rid of Bob, it's right now when he's actually doing good. He only has 2 or 3 years on a contract.
But it's.
But
10 mil.
Bob is too much of a risk. He's too
But
much
if
of a
you
risk for a
take a
team.
50% cap hit and give him to like the Arizona Coyotes or someone,
So you want to retain half his salary.
that still gives us $5 million cap space. That's $5 million cap space if we retain half his salary.
Well, Bob, 31 games played, 21 wins, 9 losses, 2.42 goals against average, 913 save
well,
percentage.
Like that's what I'm saying.
But
This is the ultimate
Two
year
shutouts.
to get rid of him.
what
If we want to get rid of his contract, this year is the year to do it.
I
Because
agree.
we will not be able to get Reinhardt back up. Check our salary cap.
I agree with Connor though. It's the fucking consistency of Bob.
But he's been consistent for the last 2 years.
Like maybe
No, the second half of last year.
Second half in playoffs, and then this first half.
Yeah, but then is he just gonna go shit at the end of the season and shit for playoffs?
If he's playing the way he's, like,
Who's
I think he
Who's your
finds
backup?
Anthony Stolarz.
Anthony Stolarz, but we have Spencer Knight. So if we bring up Spencer Knight,
Do you have Spencer Knight?
he's in the AHL playing right now.
Here's the problem though, Script.
He's like a 920 save percentage,
Is
2
he
goals
all
against
there,
average. He had OCD. It's not like he was on drugs or anything.
Here's the problem though, Script. I don't think you retaining $5 million of Bob's cap is a possibility.
It is.
I don't think your front office isn't going to do that.
Why wouldn't they? That gives them $5 million
You
cap
have
space.
1.2 million cap space right now.
Who are free agents next year?
We're only super like on it.
That year, but like next year you don't have
We should have Reinhardt. But if Reinhardt gives us $6.5 million, right?
24, 25. Yeah, so Sam Reinhart, Eric Lister-Rynen, Steven Lorenz, Lundell and Gadjovic are RFAs, Lomberg's a UFA, and then you have Montour you need to sign, Forsling you need to sign, Mikkola, Ekman Larsson's up.
Mikula shouldn't be up. We signed for a 3-year contract.
Oh yeah, Larsson's up, and Kulikov's up, and then
Larsson.
Mahura,
Larsson.
Ekman Larsson.
So Edwin Larson's going to get another low-year contract.
And then Mahura's a RFA.
Hers doesn't...
And your backup is
Is up.
Spencer Knight.
And then Sergei Bobrovsky 2 years left. But if
2 years left?
2 years left.
Enough next year than the year after.
Yeah.
50% cap space for 2 years. I think a team will take it on.
Well, I think the Leafs would 100% take Bob if he play like this
for
for
$5
$5
million.
million.
No, I don't think Leafs
100%.
cap. The Leafs have
If you-
$15 million and 4 or 5 players.
Yeah, but
right
aren't
now.
they paying Samsonov $5 million right now?
I think 3.5.
Okay, well then that wouldn't work. Because I was gonna say I just figure
I'm
something
just
out.
saying, if we can get Spencer Knight ready to play starter next year, Anthony Stolarz as backup, which he's been doing pretty good as a backup this year. He's only had one at
UFA
bat.
though.
Oh, 3.5. You were right. And it was only 1 year for Samsonov.
So I'm saying, like, if we get rid of Bob, like, even if we have to give him a 2nd-round pick and Bob for a shitty-ass player, I will do it. If I was a GM, I would do it because, one, Bob is 35 years old. Realistically, he's not going to keep up his pace that he's at in the next 2 years. And if he does, sure, he's worth about $10 million when we need to re-sign Montour and we need to re-sign Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Like, sure, when all these guys are UFAs and stuff, like, yeah, we'll have money to sign both those players. But then what are we going to be able to do after that? Like, yeah, we'll be able to sign Reinhardt, we'll be able to sign Forsling, we'll be able to sign Montour, but we're not going to be able to sign all the other guys that we had that need to be re-signed. Yeah, I will be almost in the Maple Leaf situation where we'll have to give 10 people fucking minimum salary contracts to keep them.
I think that's interesting because I think that's a good idea. Whether or not they can actually,
I
do that,
guarantee
you
you
don't
right
know.
now, some team will trade for Bobrovsky contract. Some team,
if you retain half.
even if we retain 25%, I think some team. Bobrovsky's worth $7.5 million. Is he worth 10?
No.
No, I think that even when we first got him on, I think that was a little excessive. I think it's just we needed a goalie and
Yeah.
we just were willing to pay to get one.
Yeah.
If we get rid of Bob, I think we're going to be looking very good for the future. If we keep Bob, I think we're going to go through a couple of years of
Well,
years of rough days.
my next question is: who do you think the best goalie in the NHL right now is?
Best goalie in the NHL right
Yeah.
now,
Only
Hellebuck,
one.
no question.
Trademko.
Hellebuck is no question the best goalie in the NHL right now.
Trademko.
Well, let's look at because when it comes to this, you have to take in save percentage, goals against average, of course, but you also have to factor in games played, right? So
Or realistically, like a Gorgiev with an 8-9-8.
Dude, I don't know how the
goals
fuck
against-
he's in the All Star game.
Gordia?
Yeah.
Because they need goalies in there, and goalies aren't doing that very good this year. Realistically, like you have Hellebuck, who's been gross. He's
Hellebuck?
under 3 goals a game for the last 30 games.
Yeah, and that's really what I wanted to segue this because I think Connor Hellebuck, 30 wins, 21 wins, 6 losses, 3 OTs. That's 30 games played. And he has a 923 save percentage.
220
and a
goals against
220 goals
average.
against average.
That's gross.
the Winnipeg Jets are having an absolute flyer this year, and I think that's something none of us expected. I mean, they're first in the league, which is
And they have a
crazy.
game in hand to Vancouver. So
Yeah.
like guarantee first place if they win the same amount of games for the rest of the year.
Which is nuts because they don't have Kyle Connor.
Nope.
A lot of people thought they'd be bad after that Dubois trade.
But when
Does
you look
this
at that
show-
Broad trade? They got Velarde,
And Iafallo. and
Iafallo,
Kupari, I think.
and Kapari.
Yeah.
Those three guys together are doing way more than purely Dubois doing.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
Do you think, I mean, a plus 44 goal differential too, do you think that this shows how much a good goalie can carry you? Would you,
100%.
would you put this down
Just
to
look at the
goalie?
Canadians in the bubble. Without Carey
Yeah.
Price, they would not have made it all the way to the finals. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Goalies is the way to win in the NHL.
Can't say that for our team.
I mean,
What? Kiss that for what team?
for the Vancouver Canucks.
Like I forget.
But
Oh.
fuck you.
Because if we look at the points, I mean, Scheifele, point per game, that's good. Ehlers, 33, 41, that's not bad.
Those are decent. The 32 and 33, those are decent.
20, and then we have Perfetti, 29 and 41, which is good for his
Like
age.
they're not scoring much, but when you only let 1 or 2 goals in a game and your team scores 3, you're winning those games.
Yeah.
Like 100%, no question. But look at that. Like Velarde has 19 points.
Even their backups.
Yeah, actually, even Persois hasn't that been that
3,
bad.
218, 920. Yeah, like you're the best goalie tandem in the league right now.
Wow.
Like, but he's played
Better
11
than
games.
Allmark and Swayman?
They're not they're okay. Like they're not as good as they were last year.
But they're still doing good.
They're still doing good, but they're not going to keep up.
I just feel like the hype's not the same anymore.
No, because they did it last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
If there was,
No one
like, if they
gives a
didn't do what
shit.
they did, like, because they were the best goalie team in the league last year. Like they demolished.
yeah,
So if we take a look at the top 4 in the league right now, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Boston, Colorado.
I don't know how Colorado's there, to be honest.
If-
If goalies and defense is so shit.
Well, they have McCarron.
We put up 8 goals against them. 8. Like Florida's been good this year, but they're not 8 goals worthy on Colorado good.
Well, let's look at this. So let's say Winnipeg. Let's say this. I know this wouldn't work out, but let's say this is the 2 conference finals: Winnipeg versus Colorado, Vancouver versus Boston.
riots.
Who would you have going to the Stanley Cup Finals?
Probably Boston, Colorado.
Really,
Yes.
and why?
Because Winnipeg sucks ass in the playoffs. Wait,
What's wrong
you
with
can't even do this right now. There's 3 teams in the West.
I know, but
No,
I'm
like
just
he's
saying,
saying
put that aside.
Hypothetically, if those 4 teams played in the conference finals.
Yeah, and Winnipeg was against Colorado, Vancouver versus Boston.
Hey, well, Boston's taking Vancouver because that's just the history. No matter
No
what.
way.
Guaranteed Boston's taking it.
Do you think Boston is a better team than Vancouver?
No.
Yes.
No.
And
On-
no.
No.
And why yes and no?
On paper, no. The way they play, yes.
Have you seen the way we play?
You have 5 guys who are good on your team, and they're carrying.
Yes, they are.
Without your goalie, without Hughes, and without your top 3.
Kronik's fucking going off.
Let's be honest.
He's
though.
plus 32 right now.
He's on the same line with Quinn Hughes, JT Miller, Elias Patterson, and Brock Besser. How can you not do good on that guy?
This is when I look
Like,
at
he's
this.
just that guy who's there. Like, he passes
But
to
he's
Hughes,
been
Hughes
getting
scores.
the
He
ball.
passes it to Henderson.
And our goalie tandem's not
That's
bad.
what I'm saying.
Like,
Your goalies and your top 5 forwards, or top 4 forwards, are carrying you right now.
I mean,
If you
this
look at your depth, they're not that
This
good.
looks like a pretty good goalie tandem too. This Smith and Demko could be up there with maybe Hellebuck and Brossois.
100%.
Could
just
be
a bit
for
below,
sure.
I'd say, but we
Yeah.
100%. But look at your, like, depth chart.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. Like, you look at your
Like-
top 5 guys.
They're going off and that just drops.
Ilya whatever his last name
Mikheyev?
is. Mikheyev is actually not doing bad.
They have 22 points in 40 games.
But he's playing well, that's the thing.
I know, but I'm saying,
Kuzmenko,
if you
same
take
thing.
away your top 5 guys...
People want Kuzmenko now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
willing.
you're not playing him.
Yeah, I'm willing to ship.
But, like, look at your depth, though. Like, no offense, your depth is shit. And you need depth. Like, Dakota Joshua has 20 points.
He has 11
Who
goals.
is this guy?
Exactly.
Never heard of him.
And he's doing better than
Like,
everyone on
that's what
fucking
I'm saying.
Chicago.
You, like, if you look
What
at
the
your-
fuck? How did we get dragged into this?
I'm just saying.
That's not fair.
Like, your depth on your team is
But
absolute
Our
shit.
defense is actually good now.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have.
But your depth on forward is shit, and I think Boston will demolish you because of your depth.
anymore.
In playoffs, you need depth.
Not anymore.
In playoffs,
I think
you
so.
always need
Our
depth.
first
Why do you think?
3 lines are...
Look at the last 5 teams to win the Stanley Cup. Which team did not have depth? Name one. You can. Tampa has always had depth.
Yeah.
That's Tampa.
Vegas had depth.
Yeah.
They were playing fourth liners who were better.
Colorado had LTIR depth
They still had depth.
because they just put.
That's most teams do that. Most teams that win it have LTRR depth.
So you'd have Vancouver over Boston or Boston over Vancouver.
Guaranteed because.
Well, let's look at Boston's team. If we may.
And look, if you look, they have a game in hand. So if they win the same amount
Then we're
as
tied.
you're tied.
But we have a better plus minus.
Whoa.
That it doesn't matter, but that's who wins in the regular season.
Where's the depth on this team?
What do you mean?
Where's the depth?
They have Zaka Van Riemsdyk, Jake DeBrusk. What do you mean? Where's their depth? Their third line are people you know. No offense, but nobody's gonna know who Dakota Joshua
Yeah, but I
is.
mean he has the same amount.
Pierre
Of
We
Giuseppe.
have the same.
he has the same amount of
Yeah,
points.
the
as
same amount of
DeBrusk.
points.
So I don't, and that's one of their
But
better guys, right?
Playoffs. It's playoffs. In playoffs, you need every
Like
single
I
one
don't
of your
see much of a difference, to be honest.
If anything, I see higher
the
numbers.
difference is
That's
your,
what I'm
your
saying.
top 5 is better than their top 5. No question.
Yes,
Their top 2 is better than your top 2. No question.
they're top 2.
Pasternak and Marchand are better than JT Miller and
Patterson, no chance, not right now.
Maybe
Not
not
right
right
now.
now, but everybody goes.
57 points. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Marshall has 37 points.
Okay.
He would
have
be
57.
He would be 5th on our team in points. Henderson has 57. JT Miller has 57.
And look at that goalie. The goalie depth is still kicking your butt. Team.
Yeah, so no, it's pretty good as well.
All I'm saying is I think
I think we
NHL
can take them.
I'm not saying you can't.
I think
take
it's
them.
gonna go to game 6 or 7.
I think
but
it'll.
we win.
I think it will go far. I don't think it would be an easy contest for Boston. I'm just saying
No, I think we
the
take them.
depth on Boston and the way they play, I think will just destroy you.
How about
I think they'll beat you.
How about Winnipeg versus Colorado?
I think
Colorado's taking it all
Yeah.
day because yet again it's depth. Winnipeg's depth. No offense, you can't rely on Rasmus Kupari to carry you.
Well, I don't even. I think
You can rely on
He's only
third.
played 15
You
games.
can rely on Marcus Johansson and all them to carry. Like, that's what playoffs is whoever's sucking ass, you need somebody to fill in. Florida last year, Kachuk was good. Barkov wasn't that good, but that's when Verhaeghe showed up. That's when Bennett showed up. That's when, like, once your top line guys aren't doing something, because that's the goal of the playoffs, is take out your top line and let the depth beat you. That's how every team plays.
I think Florida's in trouble though.
Why?
Cap issues.
You think we're in trouble?
Yep.
There's many teams more in trouble than us.
Like
buddy.
the Leafs.
Like the Leafs.
Well,
Getting
yeah,
$1
but
million.
that's a good
No,
segue. That's actually a good segue because you know who's not in cap trouble? The Chicago Blackhawks. Which is why we just signed Nick Foligno
To a 2-year
for a 2-year, $4 million contract. Now, I want to know your guys. He's 36 years old. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Obviously,
I think it's good.
we're at the point where we don't even have enough like money in the team to hit the cap floor. But what do you think about signing someone like this?
It's
Go ahead.
good. He's gonna protect Bedard. He's gonna teach Bedard.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now as a Chicago Blackhawk is getting Bedard to McDavid state.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. Getting Bedard too good that he can play with anyone and anybody beside him plays better. That's what they're trying to do.
I think Chicago could use a Sam Bennett though.
We could use a lot.
Right now,
we could use
Chicago,
fucking anything.
Chicago needs to just focus
We're
on getting better.
we're gonna take in our all stars probably gonna be Jason Dickinson.
Yep.
Take that in for a second. Who's having a great year,
Or
by the way.
Kershaw.
Vancouver should have like 5 fucking.
You already had 5 fucking All-Stars.
Well,
You not
No, we
see-
don't.
Hey, you guys got like they just did the voting.
Yeah, I didn't see
You got-
one Vancouver guy on there.
There was
I saw
There was
Drysdale.
4 of them that got voted.
Well, we'll pull that up in a second. But
Because I didn't see it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, like so they haven't voted them in yet, but the top 10 in voting, there's 4 or 5 in the top 10 that are Vancouver,
But they
and the
they
top
showed
3 are Vancouver.
they showed like a couple people getting in already. Not one in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's because they're replacing people who were injured. so.
But Drysdale got in. McDavid's not injured.
Maybe McDavid just doesn't want to play. I'll see.
No,
if I
because
can find-
McDavid's already selected for one of
Let
them.
me see if I can find what I
yes,
saw.
okay, I have the.
Yeah, that's still
I
voting.
have
Okay.
the voting right now. I have the vote right now. Well, before we move on to that though, let's finish up on Nick Foligno for a second, because I think that this will be a good.
It's good in the long.
I think this will be good because I think that we might make him captain. I think
Should.
for the next, I guess, 3 years because it's an extension. We will make him captain. I think he's a good.
Who's your
leader.
captain right now? Do you
No.
have-
No.
So I did find what I was looking at. So they had to bring in 3 goalies no matter what.
Yeah.
So they brought in 3 goalies. So they picked 5 of 12 players that fans made an All-Star. So it was Pasternak, Drysdale, McDavid, Hughes, and Kucherov
Or what?
are the 5 people that they.
No, Hughes is our all.
Or sorry,
Hughes, like it's
no Kucherov.
Jack Hughes, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Maybe I'm looking at this wrong.
no, that's what I saw.
Well,
too.
we're gonna talk about
Bullshit.
the. Well, we might as well just go into the. Well, might as well just segue into the All Star part of this because I did want to talk about the All Star game and we I guess we'll have right to it, but I'll finish off saying Nick Foligno, welcome to the squad for longer. Because I have the 2 All Star teams here, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on this because before we saw who was picked, we said the draft's coming back. It's good that they're playing for $1 million.
Yeah.
The All Star game was something that we loved, and it's good to see it back. Possibly looking good. But then I forgot that they have this 1 player per team shit.
Bullshit.
First things first.
It's fair.
No.
You go first, T, because I'm kind of in your boat. But why do you think it's bullshit that they should have 1 player per team?
Because like teams like Vancouver, we have a bunch of all-star caliber players,
So many teams do.
but Chicago doesn't right now. Why the fuck does Jason Dickinson get to go in over Elias Pettersson?
Okay, but look at Florida. They Barkov, Bob,
Yeah, I get that. They should be allowed in, but
even Aikman Larson at this point. Is
I
being
think
All-Star.
it's kind of stupid because there's some players that should not be in there.
Well, I think
Realistically, though, if you look at every team has 1 superstar that is better than some on the other lines.
Yes, I agree.
Like realistically,
but
the Brink Cat's not going to lose over some of your guys.
I agree with Tika because I think the All Star game should be about the league's best player,
yeah,
That's what playoffs.
best players.
That's what playoffs is for.
No, but All Star you want to show off the
Yeah.
best talent.
But you
want want people
also-
to tune in. You want people to tune in and see the best skilled players, the faces of the league.
Yeah.
You don't want people to tune in and see Boone Jenner.
But some people
honestly,
won't
Brady
tune in
Tkachuk.
if
Why the
their
fuck
team-
is he there?
Who?
Brady Tkachuk. He's kind of shit. Like compared to
This
other
year,
players
yeah,
that
I
could
can
go
name you
in.
15 other players that could probably
Yeah.
do it over Brady. Good job.
Yeah.
Nick Suzuki.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Tom Wilson, really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a
That's
good
what
season.
gross.
He's had a good
He's
season.
been carrying Washington right now.
Yeah, he has been, but like even Ovi, I would
But, like,
had
what
Ovi
the
over
fuck?
Tom Wilson.
Ovi's shit.
I know, but he's
Ovi's
still a
done
big
nothing.
name.
But he's done nothing.
Yeah, but he's still
Look at Hyman made it over McDavid and Drysdale. That tells you how bad some people are playing.
That's what I mean, though.
It's bullshit.
I think that's why I think it's bullshit because you should get the big names to attract the fans, the stars. If you're a Washington Capital fan, would you rather tune in and watch Ovi do skills and stuff, or would you rather tune in and watch Tom Wilson? Like for me, would I rather watch Bedard do it, or would I know Bedard's injured, but would I rather watch him do it or Jason Dickinson?
Okay, well, let's take that in fact. Let's say Bedard didn't get injured and he was the All-Star. Would you want to kick him out?
No, because he deserves to be in there.
But 5 other Canucks players deserve to be there.
But he's
But Bedard's like one of those faces of.
He
I would
is
say
the
Bedard.
face.
So what
I would
you're
say
saying now-
Bedard is. I would value Bedard more than.
Pedersen's one of the faces
So
of the
what I'm
franchise.
hearing is you basically want the NHL to turn into the NFL.
You want the stars.
No,
Yeah.
because that's the issue though with these is that they don't take the best players. They take who has the best names.
Why the fuck is Boone?
I'm looking at Boone.
Because
Jenner.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
send Fantilli if that's the case.
Send Goudreau.
Send yeah.
Goudreau Line, like
I know.
fucking
You're
shit.
saying this to me while I'm looking at Boone Jenner, bro. Like he's coughing because he knows he's
what I-
sick. He's making himself sick.
No, I'm not sick. I just my throat's dry. 100.
Because you're doing so much yapping about BS.
No, what I'm saying is NFL is all about names. It's not about actually who deserves to be there.
Well, yeah, but you can say that with the
NHL's
same
not
round.
like that. They choose the best player
Obviously.
from each team to go.
And I understand that, but I don't feel like it should be a participation medal.
But
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
well, that's what it is.
It's like,
though.
are they just doing 2 teams this year, or are they doing like the 4 5?
I think they're doing the draft again like last year.
Exactly. So who the fuck is picking Boone Jenner?
okay, let's
He's gonna get the card.
Before we move on,
He's gonna get
let's
the card.
put a
Boone Jenner
pin.
can do something.
Let's put a pin in this for a second. Let's put a pin in this. Let's read the Eastern Conference All Stars.
It's fucking bullshit.
So
The Eastern
Aho,
Conference, I don't see any issue.
Aho, Barzell, Crosby,
Yeah.
Dahlin, DeBrincat, Hughes, Jenner, Konechny, Kucherov, Matthews, Pasternak, Reinhart, Shesterkin, Suzuki, Tkachuk, Wilson. Is there anyone you would add?
Add?
Yes.
Okay, well, I add Barkov for sure.
And who would you take out for Barkov?
Probably Boone Jenner.
Okay, fuck off.
Thank you.
Okay, who? Anyone else?
No, I don't disagree with what you guys are saying, but I just think as like a fan
Oh,
standpoint.
Nylander, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nylander should be in there.
Is he not in there for a Toronto?
No, it's Matthews.
It's Matthews.
Oh, well, Nylander should be in there over Toronto. Okay, well, listen.
Over Suzuki.
Shazerski. Yeah. Okay, maybe maybe take out Suzuki.
Oh, okay.
Take out the Chuck.
Take
See what
out
I'm saying?
Kachuk.
Yeah. And take out Jenner.
Take out Jenner.
Do you see how easy it is now? You
No,
just rip these
no,
people
I'm
out.
not disagreeing with what you guys are saying. I'm just saying I understand from the NHL standpoint. Like, realistically, yeah, but if none of your
Jack Hughes?
Panarin. But actually, no. Let me say something about Panarin.
Yeah, but Shesterkin.
Panarin was chosen to go, but he's having a baby. He's having a baby.
So there you go.
But
A lot
Shesterkin's
of people
still
don't want to play in the All Star game. That's also what it comes down to. So
Like-
they just force one guy from each team to go, then they don't have to worry about contacting 30 different guys before.
Like,
they
did you
go.
see that video of Seth Jarvis?
It's too late. I'm going to Mexico. I got a non-refundable trip now, so I'm totally set on warm weather. But I still do appreciate all the effort.
Yeah, it's like
He got voted in, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, got my non-refundable tickets to Mexico. Thanks for the love."
Yeah, he's like, if I was the first choice, he would have went. But he's like, it's too late now. Hurry.
Yeah.
everything.
My
That's what I'm
wife
saying.
already booked a trip.
A
Actually.
lot of these guys don't want to go, so that.
But
this is
overall-
why they do it. They do one team because then it's once one guy on that team says no, then they have 10 other guys that can go.
Overall, though-
40 or 50 or 60.
Overall, what do you rate the All Stars they chose?
7.
I think this is probably an 8. There's only like 3 guys that don't deserve to be there.
Well-
Neckney deserves to be there.
I know you guys don't have experience, but being an all-star player myself in the 3 hockey league,
God.
you know, there are some scrubs that do get in, unfortunately.
I think, and you would add Nylander,
Yeah.
Barkov. Personally, I'd throw Patty Kane in there.
I would. He's done nothing. He hasn't deserved it yet. He's been there for what, a month or 2 in the NHL? Like,
But he is kind of buzzing.
but he's been there for a month or
He's on
2.
fire though. Let's look at the West.
The West is
The West is
shit.
fucking stupid.
The West is more shit.
So Bedard not there, probably Dickinson. Forsberg,
Deserves.
Hellebuck,
Deserves.
Krill,
Yeah.
Keller,
Yeah.
McKinnon,
Yeah.
Ottinger,
Yeah.
Thomas,
No.
He's been good for St. Louis, but probably not over some people.
Bjorkstrand.
Probably not over some
Like
people.
Thomas Hurdle, really? Really? Thomas Hurdle, okay. Elias Lindholm, Connor McDavid,
Why is Talbot there? for
Cam Talbot, and Frank Vatrano.
Frank Vatrano's actually been growing.
No,
He's like 20
you
goals.
just say that because
No, he has
fucking-
20.
He
Look at
played
his
for
stats.
Florida.
That's right,
I know.
fucking 30.
I know, but
Like,
like, come on, Pedersen over Frank Vatrano, easy.
Besser,
No, I'm not saying it's not an easy decision to put them in, but Frank Vatrano has deserved.
you know,
a spot.
I can see Demko not going. I'm fine with that. Even though he is one of the better goalies in the league, I'm okay with him as a
The fact that Cam
But
Talbot.
fucking
Frank
Pedersen,
Vatrano has 20 goals and 10 assists in 40 games.
Okay,
so he has 30 points.
he's not better than Pedersen.
He's a third line scrub. He deserves to be there. He worked his way to get there.
I put McTavish
100%.
over. I put McTavish
Fuck
over.
that.
Fuck with that.
But Mike Vatrano's leading the team, I think. right now.
PTSD.
Yeah, that's PTSD.
But like, really, you want Frank Vatrano?
in hockey?
Oh, yeah.
You want Frank Vatrano in over Drysdale?
No.
You want him in over
No,
Pedersen?
obviously not.
You want Thomas Hurdle? Does Thomas Hurdle deserve to
But
play? You're on the worst
listen,
fucking team
as
in the
a
league.
fan, though, if you're gonna tune into this game, right?
You don't want to see.
You want to
Hurdle.
see your team play. Like, you want to see.
I
your
don't
team
want to see
represent.
Jason Dickerson.
You want.
Honestly, if you're a San Jose
if anything, what they should do is add more spots. is what they
Yes,
should
that's
do.
what I agree. They should have more
I think
spots.
one player from each team should make it. But if they're gonna have so many,
Even
controversies-
Rantanen should be in there.
Who?
Rantanen.
Rantanen.
Yeah, you should even be in there.
Like, he's been doing that good
No,
this
he-
year.
He has been, bro.
McKinnon's carrying.
Makar. I would even like to see Makar.
That's what I was saying. Where the
I'm
fuck
just
is
saying, if-
Like
Makar?
Oliver
They
Bjorkstrand.
should-
Did you see his video? He's like, "Oh, thank you very much. I'm really excited. Didn't expect that. I guess I'll cancel my vacation." He didn't give a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck about the All Star game. They don't.
And it's just sad.
They need to do something.
But
to
they
make
could
it
get a
more
mill. They could get a
entertaining.
mill this year.
What do you mean?
If you win the
The pro-
skills,
yeah,
yeah,
so-
you get $1 million.
So McDavid's getting a mill.
Okay. Now, who shouldn't be there? Who would you add? We'll each pick one player from this conference to add. We'll end with TCAT because you're biased. Who would you add?
Who would I add? Well, obviously I'd add a Vancouver Canuck. I'd add Pedersen.
Thank you.
I'd put personally.
Thank you.
I'd add Kale Makar.
Yeah.
Pedersen.
Yeah. Like, honestly, take fucking Robert Thomas. I don't care about him. Bjorkstrand, Hurdle, any of them out. Add Kale and Patterson.
I definitely think the East is definitely better. There are only
Yeah.
like 3 guys you could realistically take out. and
Cam Talbot's been good.
No
but it's
offense,
fucking
yeah, he's
Cam
been gross
Talbot.
this year, but like no offense, but like
Cam
at
Talbot.
home there's people better than Hurdle,
Yeah,
better than
but who'd you add?
Bjorkstrand, Bedard, even Bedard, like there's people better than Bedard right now.
No one's better.
Oh my.
But he's the face of that NHL. Like,
Well, the young.
Him and McDavid are gonna be the face of the NHL.
Yeah.
But who'd you add to?
Patterson Like you
You can't choose which we chose.
Besser
There you go. They're your best shot, but sure.
or fucking Kale.
Or Drysdale.
Very added.
Drysdale's already in now.
Well, yeah, we'll look at that in a second. But
That pisses me off.
so we're gonna say East All Stars are way better than West.
100%,
Yes.
no question.
Yeah. I think the caliber of our better players is better than theirs.
No, there's no way.
McDavid, McKinnon, Hughes, Kaprizov.
Kaprizov hasn't even been doing that good.
But that's what I find funny. You'd say
We have Matthews. We have Ryan Hart.
You'd say the East has better
East is an overall
All Stars.
better division.
All Stars. But when it comes to playoff time, I would say personally the West is harder to get farther in.
Because so that's the thing with the
This
NHL
year,
these days.
the West is
The West is all about like even I think it was Patty Kane who was talking about it.
The West
Before
is
he went-
He plays in the
Before,
East.
yeah, I know, but before he got traded, like before he went to the East, he was in the West, right?
Yeah, of course.
He said the big difference between West and East is that the West is all a bunch about like brute force, grinding games. It's all like ground and pound kind of like in football, right? Like, it's all about like brute force, like rushing the net, all that stuff. For like the East is all about speed and skill.
Yeah.
And he said that's a big difference between the two conferences. Is one is like brute force, like being big, strong, and dumbing people, and the East is about speed and skill. So that's why like it's harder to beat the West because it's completely two different play styles. The East is all about speed and skill, and the West is about
Actually,
dumbing everybody around.
looking at these standings real quick, I just want to say we're recording this on the day that the Ottawa Senators are playing the San Jose Sharks. Which
All I'm saying is, fuck the Sens, fuck the Sharks, fuck the Blackhawks. All three of you fuckers are in the bottom half.
Which is why I think Joel
we
didn't
up.
show up.
We up.
But if the Sens lose to
not down you up for that.
if the Sens lose to San Jose Sharks tonight, I don't know if we'll see Joel ever again. We'll take a look. I have a couple of the fan votes here, the top voted skaters. Nylander, Makar, Drysdale, Pedersen,
That's what I'm saying,
Marner,
like-
Miller, Besser, Panarin, obviously having a kid, Rantanen. Is there anyone here that
Why is Tavares there is a real question.
is there anyone here that you think should? Well, I guess we already went should make it,
Luke
but
Hughes should not be there.
is there anyone here really I should say that you think should make it over their candidate that's already there?
Well, how many people are getting? I think 12 are getting put in. I think the top 12 to make it deserves to be there.
Interesting.
But see, it's a lot of West.
And we have Demko, Bobrovsky, Swayman, Gorgiev,
Demko's got the vote.
Fleury,
But you see,
Taylor
Bobrovsky,
Saros.
Gorgiev, they all went in over
Because they need goalies, right? You can't have two goalies for the whole thing.
8 skaters,
No, but
4 goalies will
the
be
top
selected.
goalie there is Demko right now.
Yeah.
And they trust Dylan Silvero.
They chose Bob, Sway, Gordon.
Well, you know what's really funny, actually? So, fans will select 12 additional players, 8 skaters, 4 goalies. They will be announced as we're recording this.
Yes, and they already announced some.
At one
and they
PM
didn't
Eastern.
They
announce,
announced 5 of them.
and they didn't announce them.
They announced 5 of them.
That's what I mean.
But I think the 5
votes.
hold on. I think the thing I
The
saw.
fan votes, Demko has the most for
Oh,
goalies.
Makar, Makar, and Gorgiev.
Yeah, so no, the winners are Swayman, Gorgiev, Bobrovsky, Drysdale, and Makar.
Yeah.
And then,
What the fuck?
yeah, I don't know what this participants thing is, but the winners were like that. So the 5 that have been pinned so far is Swayman, Gorgiev, Makar, Drysdale, and Bob.
Interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see
Well,
what
if they
happens.
taken 4 Vancouver,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
3 Vancouver players, that's why Denver's
But
not getting in.
they better take more Vancouver
Because you
players.
can't have 10 fucking Vancouver players just
No,
because they're doing good.
I think they take 2 more.
So,
Yeah, it's
either way,
Patterson and Besser.
it'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope the draft.
But if they
provides
don't
some
I think it's the
entertainment.
draft. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it is too. I hope it provides some entertainment. But
Dude, Kenner, you're going fucking last.
What?
Like,
We'll move on.
or fucking Bjorkstrand.
No team of the week this week. Sadly, first time we haven't done that.
Peterson, last game against the fucking...
No Joel, so no team of the week. Joel thrives off that. We'll move on to the NFL and some football. First, we'll start off with last time we recorded this pod, we also did talk about the national championship. Michigan versus Washington. Michigan won. T-Cat, I know this is your sport. How did you feel?
I wanted to see Michigan lose.
And why?
Yeah,
Are they like hated? I don't really follow
They
college
are
football. So
fucking
why are they so hated?
Well,
I guess stealing signs.
Yeah, and then...
Everybody still says they say.
But that's the thing. No one admits to it, though. Everyone knows everyone.
But what do you mean
does.
stealing signs? Like, what kind of signs are you talking about?
They send someone to their game and watches the other team.
Like
on
call
the
their
sidelines.
plays. They call
Oh,
it
and then watch the hand signals.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
And
like, that means
their players admitted it. They were like, we just had to adapt. Other teams are doing it, so we're gonna do it. But you still allow
That's
them to
gonna
play
always happen in sports, though.
But you still allow them to play the national
why-
championship.
yeah,
That's bullshit.
But every team does.
Interesting take.
But not every team gets caught. They caught them. They fined them. They suspended their coach for a couple of games. But you still let them play the
It's like the
national
same with the
championship.
Astros.
But they know they're not going to
But
stop.
here, that's a
They
good
may.
point. But let's say that the Astros whole saga. What if that came out before the World Series?
Would you still let them play?
Would you still let them play?
They deserve to be there.
No. Do
They
they?
cheated.
Do they?
But they didn't because
Okay, do they?
what they were doing was more fucked
Yeah,
up.
maybe that is.
It's the same.
No,
Michigan did
kind
the
of,
same.
but
But
kind
They
of, but not
stole
really.
signs, which is like
Like, don't
Michigan
give a piss.
But no
someone
offense,
to
but
every game.
any good coach though would change his signs up every game.
But
Any good coach would
they
do that.
sent guys to every game the other team played with a recorder to, like, in the stands. There's proof of the tickets being bought. That were flying there, going to those games,
But
recording the
in
signs.
football though, those signs are less as an advantage as baseball. If you know exactly which pitch,
Yeah.
exactly where they're pitching,
If you know exactly,
you can hit that
which-
ball 9 out of 10 times.
If you know a run's coming, you're gonna defend.
But
the
teams
run.
there's
know,
still a
but
chance.
teams know when
There's
runs are
still a
coming,
ch-
and you still can get outskilled by somebody
Yes,
else.
but you know where they're lining up, exactly how they're going,
But
exactly when they're gonna call it.
listen to this though. What about the tush push? Jalen Hurts. Every time there's a 4-1, you know what's happening. How come nobody can stop him?
Because that's
They know exactly what they're
when
doing.
you
though.
use brute force like that.
You can still, but you can
a
still.
lot of
Someone can
people
still.
stop this.
Someone can still.
You can stop it, but what are the chances?
You can still
10%.
throw. You can still throw like a route.
Yeah.
Know what route's coming and still get cooked.
You can, but the percentage goes down.
Maybe a little bit, but not not
Like even if you
Yeah.
know which way he's gonna run,
Yeah.
sure, but you could still get burnt.
But my thing is,
And
But hey,
somebody-
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
and
not
somebody
saying.
outplays another person.
I'm not
you
saying
can
it's
get
not
burned.
an advantage because it definitely is.
a
It's
huge
bullshit.
advantage.
It's bullshit.
And my
What the Astros did may be a little worse.
but my
That's
thing
all I wanna say.
is, they caught them, they fined them, they suspend their head coach.
But if
How
can
do you
make it-
still let them?
If you can make it there without your head coach, that tells you something.
It's still the same
But that
thing.
means they're the best team in the league. They're not taking that away. You can't take that away.
I think Georgia would have beat their ass.
Would they though?
Okay, they beat FSU 63 with their second team starting. 63-3 with their second team starting.
FSU's not that good,
They went undefeated.
but they're in a shittier conference, though.
Does it?
They didn't even make playoffs, bro.
They played the SEC. Georgia's SEC, best division in football, hands down.
Florida's SEC is the best.
Yeah.
That's who Georgia is in.
Yeah, Georgia.
What's
Bama.
FSU in?
I don't remember. They're in some other shit.
That's I just think college football is kind of a scam, just the way
It
they
is
do
100%. It's a scam.
That's why Michigan
But I
got
love
them a shit ton of money. That's why they did it. That's why they let them go through.
Yeah.
Money.
It's all about money. Everything's about money and winning.
Ape shit. Okay, well we'll move on because this also. Either way, I guess don't congrats Michigan because we don't like them. I guess.
I don't pay attention to
Yeah,
college football.
but it's something interesting did happen. We saw 3 almost generation-defining coaches retire within like 2 days of each other. So we knew Belichick was coming. Then followed
Saban.
by Pete Carroll and Nick Saban, which I didn't know Nick Saban and Bill Belichick coached the Browns
Yeah.
at the same time, which was really interesting to see because how the fuck did they still suck? But this is very interesting to see. Now, you can touch on Saban. What does that mean for Alabama?
Fucked. They're fucked.
They're fine.
People are already starting
Yeah,
to
Saban
decommit.
brought in a lot of people because he's the best.
Like half of their 5-star recruits have already decommitted.
They're going to Colorado.
They are.
No.
No, some
Because Dion's there.
like
It's all
that's
about the name.
fucked.
Everything. That's when college is fucked because
and NIL. It's fucking
like Coach Deion Sanders is gonna bring so much more people to Colorado. That team's gonna be good, but just because of his name.
yeah.
Now, but I saw things Saban set up his backroom staff. He handpicked who would like go after him. So obviously there's got to be some sort of faith there. But you think this sets back Alabama's program like a bunch?
Not a
Crazy
bunch.
amount.
Okay.
But
But just in terms of bringing in
we're not gonna see the same amount of domination that they've had. Like there's not been
There'll be more middle of the pack.
there's not been a recruiting class under Saban that hasn't won a national title. Like which is fucked.
What about this year?
No, but like I mean every 4 years he has at least one national championship. So like every class he's recruited gets one for the 4 years.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll move on then to Pete Carroll. I think it was probably time to go for Pete.
I don't know.
Good coach,
I think
though.
he still has some good years left.
Well, after he didn't run the ball, I think he should have been fucking
He wasn't.
publicly
After that, it kinda
stoned
went-
for that. But
And then I saw something. I saw something like it was about Marshall Lynch's not running it on the play or whatever, and then somebody ran it instead of threw it on the last play. They're like, "Wow." I think it might have been Seahawks again. They're like, "Wow." Pete Carroll's can't get anything figured out because he passed it instead, or he ran it instead of throwing it, and then he was
But
supposed to.
was it beast mode?
No,
Exactly.
was in the
there
Super
was a
Bowl.
difference where like I forget what I saw. There was just something like
It's fucking Marshall Lynch.
I was
He
just
was
saw something-
cooking the
Yeah, I know.
whole
I
game.
just saw something where like they were supposed to. Like, there was the same situation. They ran it instead of passing, and they were like getting heated.
What do you think though that this means, like for the Seahawks? Do you think this is a big setback, or do you think it's just it'll be okay?
They're a bunch of young guys.
Good coach,
Anybody
though.
can come and take.
Really an iconic coach. He had a run there with the Legion of Boom
Yeah.
on top, and then
Well,
of course
Belichick, I don't think he's done yet though.
you don't think so.
I think he'll go to the team.
Now Bill Belichick, of course, we already talked about this.
Hey, imagine
this
he
came
went
out
to
earlier,
fucking Bama.
but
I think he might be going to Falcons.
there's a lot of talk. I
Fucking killed them.
heard Chargers. I've heard some things about maybe going to college, coach college.
Imagine bringing him in for offensive coordinator for the Bills, baby.
Yeah, he'd never do that.
Or defensive
He'd
coordinator.
never.
I think fucking Belichick on the Chargers would be scary. I think he could do a lot with Justin Herbert.
You know what? Well, their defense he'd do a lot with. You know what I mean?
Fuck you, man.
But out of all of these, which one do you think is the biggest loss?
Belichick, obviously. No question.
Saban.
I don't watch college football, so I can't say Saban.
Fair.
Fucking Saban.
But it's weird to see them all go at once. But you know you have
Like, as a Patriots fan, it's fucking Saban.
you have to respect.
I just don't know.
You have to respect what they
I'm
did.
not a shitty Patriots fan.
Oh, hey, this draft is looking good for us.
You know what I love though? It's just I really hope that the Patriots suck for like at least like 5 to 10 years before they get good again. That's all I hope.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do good this draft.
Um,
Gonna get a nice quarterback.
Who the?
Daniels, the Heisman winner.
You get Jalen.
He's projected third. His first is
Caleb Williams.
Caleb
and
Williams.
Drake May, and then
yeah.
but there's some receivers and Marvin Harrison's there. You guys need
Bears.
receivers right now.
Bears are gonna be nice.
We need a
Bears
quarterback.
are fucking looking delicious.
Bear.
Sorry.
You could use a different.
Oh.
No better adjective.
What do you mean by that?
No better
I'm just
adjective.
saying
What do you mean by that?
No better adjective than that. Okay, well, fair enough. They're gonna look good. They're gonna look good. The Pats already hired a coach. I believe he's 37, youngest NFL coach.
Besser goal.
And who?
Buffalo.
Really? You interrupted me to say a fucking best or goal against Buffalo? We're about to talk about
Oh my god.
Jared
I
Mayo.
can't interrupt you tonight about how Florida's gonna beat New Jersey with a Reinhardt goal.
Do you know anything about Jared Mayo?
Nope, never heard anything of him. I heard he's a linebackers coach there.
Oh yeah, dude, I have no. We're fucked.
I heard this is kind of just like a interim hire till they actually
Get off my
find
chair
someone
first.
to-
Do you guys have any idea who maybe they'd go for? Is there anyone good college coach that could get a bump?
Maybe Harborough.
No, he's not gonna leave. They just signed him for 10 years.
What are they?
Yeah,
The Michigan man?
yeah.
I think coaches make more money there, to be honest.
They make a shit ton of money. I think Saban's made over 170.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. I mean, college football literally funds an entire school for like 8
the
years.
top 10 biggest like stadiums in the states are all college stadiums. Yeah.
There's more fans that go to college than they do.
100%.
Well, that's kind of cheating though.
But it's because it's college. students
Exactly.
And
You're
hometown
there.
teams and
Well, you look at the fucking Red Blacks. The game sells out more than the Red Blacks do.
Well, yeah, because
You know,
it's,
the stadium's also different, and the Red Blacks, no offense, are not as good as.
well, yeah, but college is unfair, right? Because everyone's there. Everyone's there. They're
But yeah, let's like look at LSU. Like LSU, there's probably like 50,000 students there. Let's say half of them go. That's 25,000 right there. Then LSU's, I don't think it's in a big.
I think
city or
LSU has
anything.
more than 50,000 students.
Let's say there's 50,000. Right?
but
Let's
just
say half.
for- yeah,
let's say
just for
half go.
conversation.
Right, that's 25,000, and then you have all the family members from each of those players.
And probably just local.
That's what I mean.
people.
And most of those schools aren't in like massive cities where the other teams go watch. Right? It's usually that's the only team that in high school.
He's going to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Like, what
Nobody.
the fuck?
So everybody who lives there is gonna go because that's what they have. For,
That's all they have.
that's what I mean.
Is that where Alabama is?
Yeah, Tuscaloosa.
That's what I mean.
You know where that is?
Have you ever watched
Last Chance U?
Yeah, Last Chance U.
Yeah.
You see, like,
Ollie,
you see, it's just like
EMCC.
they all come from college and high schools that like are so busy, and then they go there and there's nobody because there's just nothing that, like.
Yeah.
But that's just what's big there.
no one knows anything about G-Rod Mayo.
Never heard of J Rod.
Well, good luck to him.
Pray for us.
Good luck to him. Now, one thing I want to talk about is we did our first round NFL predictions. Bills vs. Steelers postponed to tomorrow, Monday. Recording this on Sunday. I saw a thing they're offering, today's Saturday, so Monday, 2 days from now. I saw a thing saying they were offering people $20 and like a couple other things to shovel the stadium.
Yeah, free meal.
$20 an hour and free meals all day to shovel the stadium.
Yeah, which is funny.
That's great money for a Sunday.
Fucking
That's great money for a Sunday. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It can probably pay for something.
But I saw this take on Instagram and I want to know your thoughts.
It's a dome for freezing cold and shitty weather.
That is exactly it.
Okay.
Exactly it.
I didn't see that picture.
I saw the exact same thing.
So it says football shouldn't be played in weather like this, and teams like Buffalo should have a dome stadiums like Minnesota. All those frozen tundra teams should have dome stadiums. It's not the 60s anymore. Now, it's going to be like minus 35, I think, in Kansas today. They're going ahead with their game.
But it's only minus 30. It's not really snowing there.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Still,
snow.
but it's minus 30.
What
But when you're running like the way they do, they heat up so quick.
What are your thoughts on this take? Do you agree with it? Do you think it's has some validity to it, or do you think it's just like no?
I agree, but
No, I agree 100%.
I agree, but I don't agree.
Exactly.
Because football is just an outdoor sport. Like, it's just an outdoor sport. It belongs outdoors. You belong to be in that heat. You belong to be in all that stuff. And you only see this playoff time. You don't see this any other time.
And it's not like it's necessarily an advantage.
It's no
It sucks for both teams.
The only
Doesn't
difference
matter
is
if
that
one
those are a little more used to cold.
Exactly. But
But
I
then look at
understand what he means though,
Broncos.
because snow games are notoriously boring.
In a way, you can make them
There's some of
pretty.
them are iconic. Don't get me wrong, but like
You also have to think about
Yeah.
the fans. Like, that's
Fans are
shit.
gonna be absolutely hammered. They're not gonna feel that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, but like,
especially in fucking Buffalo.
you can barely see the fucking
Buffalo
seats.
fans though are crazy. I guarantee you, there's probably at
there's
least like
different.
50,000 lines.
You know how
right
many
now.
people probably signed up to shovel the stadium?
just to be in the stadium?
Probably 100,000.
That's what I'm saying. There's probably at least 10, 15,000 people that are playing that are shoveling that stadium right now.
Well,
And they probably
I
don't
don't
care
think
about the
they're-
money or free food. They just want to do it because they want to be in the stadium.
Yeah.
And then
Camaraderie. Camaraderie. But what do you think, T-Cat? You agree, disagree, yes, no, or suck it?
I see both sides.
You gotta think of how expensive it is, though.
To what? Have a snow game or put a dome up?
Put a dome up.
Yeah, well, fuck. It's not like they're short strapped for cash.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
take-
Like,
If they're gonna do all those teams right now,
Yeah.
it'd take forever to get that dome because they have to play in it. They have to do all this stuff in it while building the dome.
off season, baby.
Yeah, but off season's not long enough.
Hey, did you see how fucking quick they put them up in Qatar? I think he can do it.
Yeah, those
They also
killed like
billions of people
They also
doing that.
killed like 80 people fucking doing that. Now this comment's interesting. This come from Drew Knows on Instagram. Nah, snow games are the best. Don't come to my house and tell me how to host you. Thoughts?
Who the fuck are you, Drew? No offense.
No, but like, do you think that's?
I just don't get what he means. If you don't
Like, don't go to
games,
Buffalo.
Don't come to Buffalo. Like, it's not their choice. They'd rather be at home if they had a choice. If they played better, they would be at home right now.
And I'm pretty sure
What about this
Buffalo
one?
would even
What about this
say,
one?
yeah, I
Hudson Rainwater. Fuck no, this is football weather. Trying to make this shit like basketball, all climate controlled.
That's what I mean. It just I feel like snow just adds something. Like every year there's one snow game that is like it becomes like known for a famous game. You know? Like, so I just feel like it's fun because
I would more. Don't get me wrong.
Here's my thing, though.
Okay, go ahead.
No one gives a fuck about the Winter Classic anymore. Hockey's an outdoor sport. Did you watch the Winter Classic?
I watched Winter Class.
I like the Winter Class.
I feel like the hype's gone downhill.
Well, because we haven't had one hosted here.
This year was one of the biggest ones.
And you're like when Chicago was in the winter. I know we've been like 17, but when Chicago was in the winter class,
that's
I
what
love
they-
it. When Vancouver's in the winter class, you know I love it.
I do.
Florida would never be in one.
That's what I just don't get those. Why is it always the same like 16?
Original 6.
There's always one original 16 and then something.
Because you can't. It's called the Winter Classic. Something about Seattle and Vegas being a classic game. You know, you wear the throwback jerseys.
But I don't want to
something
see
special
fucking
about it.
like Chicago and New York play for like the thousandth time.
I
Or
would-
fucking Philly and Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. It's Pittsburgh,
so annoying.
Philly,
Boston.
Chicago, Detroit, Boston.
Because but they're all
Pittsburgh.
they're all in cold spots.
But they're all the ones that play every year. There's always one of those.
There's so many.
Toronto had an outdoor one. They had the Centennial Classic. Minnesota had one.
Yeah,
Nashville had one.
yeah.
Somehow,
But I
think
said
they're
there's
playing.
always one of those 6 teams there, and then there's always one other random team.
I still like the Winter Classic, but
I like it, but I just think.
What I was gonna say though is I would much rather watch a football game that's not in snow compared to one that is.
I don't know. I like snow games.
Well,
That's just like one way to really find out if your team's.
I find
or not.
snow games for football, there's like one play that's big.
And everybody goes.
Well, remember that
crazy
game?
for it.
Remember that game where
There's
we
also
played
like
the
a shit ton of better players.
Remember that game where we played the Patriots? It was like really windy and
Yeah.
shit, and
We
all
barely beat them.
yeah, it was like 10 of 6.
Yeah.
And we ran the ball the whole game.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that shit.
But I don't know. I feel like that's just like a real way to prove if you're actually good enough to beat another team.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because you know exactly what they're gonna do. You know they're gonna run the ball. You just don't know where.
Oh, God forbid you steal their signs, and then in snow is nice. Well, let's know.
Yeah,
Let's know what you
fun.
guys think, because this is interesting. This is a very interesting take. Let's know what you guys think down below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say.
I kind of got like cold take.
What is kind of a joke. Maybe I'll like that, Trev Bryan. I'll like your comment, but it'll be interesting to see. Now, to round out this podcast,
Oh, we lost an angel.
we're gonna take a moment to remember one of the greats. We have this is probably some of the saddest news in motorsports, especially for me and T.
Fuck out.
Gunther Steiner has left Haas.
No way.
He
having a good day.
he got fired. He got fired. The Drive to Survive GOAT.
No,
It's
Gene,
gone.
it's not right.
Is gone. And I never want to see this day come. He was a fan favorite.
Fuck you, Gene.
Gene made a statement. But just the GOAT, and he's gone. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you, Gunther. You were so hilarious. And
He just made it more.
I think I signed up by somebody else.
No, he won't.
No?
No, he fucking won't.
no, I don't think he's that good. Simon. Maybe it's like a not like a team principal. Maybe like a job somewhere else with the team. And
But dude, no. You have done fuck all.
well, it's hard when you're with Haas.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're with
I agree, but
No
all the
money,
other
no
teams
drivers.
have their race engineers set. Like you know what, Toto's not going. Horner's not
Well, no
going.
shit, but like Mike Crack might go somewhere, or like the fucking McLaren dude. But I wouldn't.
What
see
about fucking Latifi's group there?
the TV's
Williams?
out of the sports
I
for
know.
like forever.
I just forgot.
Williams?
his
Just
name.
maybe Alpha Tauri could use one, maybe even Romero. I don't know, but it's sad to see you go. And I do have to say, take a little moment and remember, he made the show so good.
For like 1 year. He's only really there for 1 year.
I'm good.
That was really about him.
No, he's
in all of them.
Yeah, but like, there's one that I watched that like it was all about Haas basically.
Yeah,
Because
Gunther's the go. Gunther's the go. He slammed my fucking door like that. You can't replace that.
I won't allow it, Gene.
I just like his voice.
That's when he gets to go.
Well, fellas, that's really gonna do it for this week's episode of the Five Back Podcast. Go Bills! Hopefully we get a dub on
Texans playing right now.
Monday. We kind of ended on a somber note with a goodbye to Gunther Steiner, but I'm really gonna miss him.
Are you doing a fuck Duke today?
No, I don't have any. I don't.
Dude,
Have
it's
any,
me against you. It's not gonna go.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we should. Okay, we'll do that.
I don't know. They have a cool quiz ready. I mean, that's kind of unfair. I mean, maybe I could go up against Jake.
How about you two versus me? I'll take him back.
I don't know.
I'll take him back.
cocky,
I'll take him back with it.
Fuck.
I will.
I feel like he looked at it before.
Yeah, he told
I have not looked at it before.
Yeah, we'll leave it for this week.
I did it once.
You looked at it before.
Oh, you're such
You
a bad. And did we do it that week?
No.
We didn't do it that week. The week you left.
No, because I forgot. Like, it wasn't a day we, had the pod planned. I was like, oh, I'm just want to do this for fun. And then, you're like, oh, pod in, half an hour.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, so, time to just study up. And then we didn't do it that week. I was like, fuck.
Wow. That's kind of brutal that you just admitted that on the pod. That's almost scandalous. Really.
Coming Michigan. No one's going to do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to sanction you for looking at the puck. Do cool, fellas. Anything you want to say before we sign off here? Anyone you want to shout out? No,
Bills go, baby.
Go Bills, go.
Go, Bill, go. That's a super.
How about this? Before we sign out, score prediction for the game. And who do you think's going to be the standout
For
for
Bills?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a James Cook night.
Ooh. Okay, he's calling James Cook.
I think James Cook is gonna catch one and run one in for a touchdown.
And what do you think the score is going to be?
I think 21-10.
I think this is Dawson Knox.
Oh, I think it's a Kincaid before Knox.
Dawson Knox is going to have a game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're going to win.
We have no Davis, so we're gonna have to rely on Knox and Kincaid.
Well, Davis is dog shit anyways. And
But he's not. He
blocks. He blocks.
He blocks. Well,
But I'm going to say
score
score prediction. I'm going to go 24-17.
Or you think it's gonna be close?
I was gonna go 21.
24-17 for the Buffalo Bills.
Steelers.
And I'm not done. 24-17 for the Buffalo Bills. And I think Josh Allen, 3 picks, 1 leads to a touchdown.
Okay, now you're brain dead.
Nope.
Not throwing 3 picks.
Yeah.
I think he'll go for 2 for 1.
I bet you in the first drive, I bet you in the first 3 drives he throws a pick. I don't want to be saying this.
I could agree with you.
Yeah, fuck you. What do you mean?
I thought you meant like he's gonna throw 3 picks.
Oh, he is.
No, he's not throwing 3 picks.
Probably.
He'll throw 1 in the first 3 drives and Jesus.
Fucking idiot! You're the one that did that.
Oh,
Like,
actually.
you did this and fucking sent me down.
That
again.
hurts.
I feel no sympathy, bitch.
That's how you know Josh Allen is going to throw 3 picks.
He's not
Because
throwing 3 picks.
God literally cut you off from rambling about that. He literally said, "I'm not punching."
He said, "Shut the fuck
No
up."
faith in Allen, eh? No faith.
I would
No sign is pointing me to faith. T-Cat would score for the game on Monday.
21-17. Go Steelers.
Mason
Okay, now you're just brain dead. Mason Rudolph is now dropping 21 points on the Bills.
Oh, well, leave a like, leave a subscribe, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and we will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Ciao.